Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I just want us to reflect on what's happened this month and look what's going on in the market. We have the best Q4 for contract activity in the last 3 years. It is phenomenal. First time buyer payments are down 13 to 15%. It's just a great market right now, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Let's take a look. So, what we are looking at here, this is our most up to date numbers as of the 27th. As you can see here, that Fountain Hills is doing phenomenal. You can see that the numbers that we're looking at, Fountain Hills is up 17%, Chandler's up 11%. We're only seeing some negative changes, Paradise Valley. So, what we see trending of this last week has gained favorable for sellers. With demand rising, supply is falling sharply. This has resulted in all these green circles that we see, outnumbering the red by 13 to 5. The average change over the last month is up 3.6%, which is up from 1.3% last week. We're seeing a lot more activity in our listings. So make sure your house is ready. We now have 7 cities in sellers markets, 4 in balance, and 7 in buyers markets. Leading the charge for sellers is Fountain Hills and Chandler are at the top of the table, like you can see from last week, but Queen Creek and Tempe also are moving up by 10% or more. Paradise Valley, on the other hand, is improving for buyers. So, depending on where you want to live, that depends on the market. But the numbers are looking great overall across the valley, as you can see here, looking at the change chart. You're only seeing negative in a few spots, and then they're not huge negatives. The largest negative we see is in Avondale and Paradise Valley. But overall, we're still looking good. So I want to bring you over here to the contract heat map. And this is as of the 22nd. This one is not as updated as the chart we just looked at, but it still gives you a better visual. So we can look at Whitman. It is a cold market, 146 active, 37 under contract. But you come over here, like down here to Phoenix, 85045, 24 active and 15 under contract. A vast contrast compared to other places across the valley. So we're looking Queen Creek balance. We come over to parts of Gilbert. We're still looking at a balanced, warm market. Keep this in mind whether you're buying or selling. When we come here, this is just the overall market for the valley as of the 28th. How many active listings we're looking at? We're down compared to this time last month. That means as a seller, you have less competition. As a buyer, you're looking at sellers that are more ready, more likely to be ready to sell because they're still on the market and they're ready to get their home sold before the end of the year. You can see under contract taking backups down compared to this time last month. Pending sales is down, but overall listings under contract, they're down compared to this time last month, but we also have less homes on the market. But the positive here, as you can see in the green, sales per year over last month are up. So that's good news. Let's look over here. I want to look at the average cost per square foot and look at what we have here as far as what the change is over this time last year. Most of the valley, as you can see, is positive. We have some pockets that are showing negative. Phoenix, part of Wickenburg, come down here, parts of Gilbert, and this is why you have to ask about your neighborhood, because this is your overall number. Anthem. And let's scroll down a little bit here so you can see our biggest decline, as we can see here, is in Youngtown. The other parts of the valley aren't showing as large of a negative. But again, ask about your neighborhood. It could even differ within what part of Youngtown your home is located. And that finally, let's look at the overall graphic here. And this is showing the active listings up 16.8%, listings under contract up 14.7. Again, this is as of the 11th, and the median home price is up 1.1%. That's 450,000. So what does this mean to you when you look at this as a buyer? So a lot of times the biggest obstacle is coming over the affordability factor monthly, that obligation. So now you have the opportunity for a 50-year mortgage. Do you take it? Yes, you can take that to get a lower obligation monthly, but just like a 30-year mortgage, you can always make extra principal payments, so therefore you pay the house off quicker and not stretch it out to 30. That's the same as you would do with a 50. But let's look at the overall numbers here. You can see from what our activity here is that the affordability factor is there. We are looking at overall a 6.25%. And if you're looking at that, it's a difference between the 30-year. If you were doing a 30-year mortgage, it would be $2,463. But if it was a 50-year mortgage, it would be $2,180. That's saving you about $283 a month, or 11.5%. So just keep that in mind as far as affordability. So when you think about, okay, I'm not buying a home right now, I'm thinking about selling. Buyers are out because they have more opportunity to be able to buy. And that is what is most important here if you're trying to sell. So as we look at it here, you can see the number of days on market. So the median days on market now versus last year till you get a contract is 45 versus last year this time it was 38. Also, we're looking at the days of supply on market. In 23 it was 81, and 24 is 113, and this year we're looking at 126 days. So keep this in mind as you are, whether you're buying or selling a home. Make sure that you get with me and I can help you figure out your strategy to navigate this market. Depending on where you want to buy or sell in the valley, it's going to make a huge difference in the strategy that we use to get your home sold or for you to purchase. So contact me, Donna Allman, with Remax.